If you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that I'm all about getting straight to the point, sharing as much valuable information in as little time as possible. Well, this video is different. This one is personal. If you don't care for that stuff, I'll greet you here, but just before you go, I want to take a moment to say thank you. Thank you for watching my videos, for your comments and kind words of encouragement. I don't take any of this for granted, and it's truly humbling that people from all corners of the globe are open to listening and learning from me. I'm trying really hard not to play the numbers game, but getting views and growing in subscribers does play a role in all of it. So from the bottom of my heart, I want to say thank you. Thank you for your support. I'm going to break this video up into 3 segments: the future of the channel, my course, and some personal updates. Looking at the future of the channel, I want to touch on 2 things: the type of content I'll be posting and my policy towards marketing and advertising. In 2024, I will still create the same type of content you've become used to, but I will also be adding a few new topics I haven't shared on previously, like pre-production and the various business practices that got me to where I am today. With such a variety of creators watching my content, it's difficult to always cater for everyone, but based on a recent poll, it seems that the majority of you fall in the category of solo filmmakers. Solo filmmaking doesn't mean you're always working solo, but it means you're most likely the only full-time employee, or at least the person responsible for the majority of work in a project. I love this niche because it's always a challenge to achieve more with less. So this is what I will be focusing on more in 2024. Even though I work with bigger teams, I still consider myself a solo filmmaker because the projects I take on are mostly my own clients. So I'm the one responsible for the final product. That being said, I did have the pleasure of someone joining my team this year, so I would like to formally introduce him to you guys. Meet Lo Lemmer. For the past year, Lo has been working with me behind the scenes helping to build the channel. He's responsible for a lot of my behind the scenes footage, a champion at producing, and even helps with editing. He's been an absolute joy to be around both on set and in the office, always bringing the fun and making everything feel more achievable. In 2024, I will be sharing more unfiltered BTS on my Instagram, so if you're not already following me on there, come say hi. When it comes to advertising and marketing, I'm going to say the same thing I said last year. I give you my word that I will not promote something if I don't fully believe in it. In 2023, I declined a ton of high-paying opportunities that from a business point of view, one might think I'm crazy. Until now, I didn't do a lot of sponsored segments in my videos, but whenever I did, it was always for brands that I really like and have been using for an extended period of time. This will continue in 2024, but the big change that I've decided to do less gear-related videos and focus more on filmmaking tutorials in general. I'm not going to be part of every embargo drop, and I will not promote every brand of camera, light or lens whenever they release something new. These videos certainly pay the most, so to make up for this loss, I plan on selling my own digital assets, starting with the course, which brings me to my next point. If you haven't heard already, I'm currently busy creating my own color grading course. Making tutorials for YouTube is hard when you have to compete for attention, and I find it frustrating not being able to share more for longer. So this is where the course will be different. The focus will be on full comprehension, perfect for those who are intentional about improving their skill with maximum results. I will focus on all the important aspects around achieving professional and cinematic color grades, solidifying the basics, and deep diving into more advanced techniques. My goal is to launch it at the end of February, but I'm only going to open it to a limited number of people. So if you want to get notified about the exact date, you can sign up at the link below. Now for a personal update. Since I never really talk about myself, I figured it's about time you get to know me a little better. I'm a 38-year-old South African citizen and I live in the city of Pretoria. In 2020, just before the pandemic, I married my awesome wife Lucille, and in August of 2022, we had our beautiful baby boy. An event that changed everything for me. Starting a family has played a massive role in my decision to pursue YouTube because it's one of the few ventures where I have the freedom to create without the constant need to travel or shoot after hours. You see, before the pandemic, before I met my wife, that's all I did. I traveled the world extensively for video work with a big focus on tourism, adventure, and documentary films. As our wedding date came closer, I realized that all this travel is not sustainable in the long term, and at some point I would need to pivot. I'm pretty sure that was the theme word for the pandemic, but pivot I did. Losing all my foreign clients, I had to look at new ways to create an income, and that's where YouTube came in. As the world opened up, I still had the option to travel abroad for bigger jobs, but my priority was now set on family life. Since then, I've seen my son grow before my eyes, from his first laugh, first tooth to his first steps. He's become a massive motivation for me to not give into hustle culture, which brings me to my next point. In order for me to have a balanced family life, it's simply impossible to create as much as most channels do here on the platform. I still want to keep a foot in the commercial filmmaking space because that translates over into YouTube. My plan for 2024 will be 2 videos a month, but whenever this is not possible, I really hope you will understand. My goal is and always has been quality over quantity, so I'm not going to put out lower quality videos just for the sake of posting. I rarely work after hours or weekends, which means my time is already limited, but I promise to give you my very best, because if you win, I win. And that's it. Since this is my last video for the year, I want to wish you all the best for the holiday season, in whichever way you prefer to spend it. May you have a special time of rest and recovery, and most important, connection with your loved ones. Catch you on the other side.